The Minecraft submarine. This is actually a pretty old feature on my server. I built this probably at least a year ago, and as you'll see, certain things don't even work properly in modern Minecraft. I built this without world edit, so all by hand. I did have commands, and I think I had creative mode at the time. I'm not 100% sure, so yeah, it's pretty old. I have added a few things to it, and if I can remember, I'll point them out. So, the reason I built this was because I love submarines. They're really cool. Definite marvels of modern engineering. And I looked on YouTube and on the internet for Minecraft submarines, and yeah, other people had built them, but I felt, and I don't want to insult anyone here because a lot of them are awesome work, they look cool, but I felt most of them were extremely unrealistic. So I tried to build one as realistic as possible. I don't think I really accomplished that, but you know, it's pretty cool. So, yeah, website, check it out. Around the front, see, it's got this sort of, I don't know what to call it, but it's the, not the rounded bow of a US submarine, but the sort of blunt one of a Soviet one of the 50s or 60s. Got torpedo doors. Yeah, I know. This thing, I don't know why I built this. I think it's just to make it easier to get to. So we got the bow escape trunk. Over here is the conning tower. Sorry, the sail. It's not called the conning tower anymore. We got some masts. As you can see, this one's attached to that one. I don't think fences used to behave that way. I seem to remember these being separate, but, you know, there's the main hatch, and we'll go back to that later. So here's the missile deck. I modeled this kind of after a Delta-class SSBN. If you look, it's raised up from the hull. I did really screw it up badly on the inside. I was too lazy to fix it, and yeah. Obviously, as you can see, I'm about 99% sure fences didn't used to do that, because that used to stay straight up. Moving towards the back, we got another escape trunk, aft escape trunk. And yeah, I know, early Soviet subs didn't have that. That's actually ripped off of an Akula class. It's the pod. And if it was this high out of the water, you'd destroy the propeller, but you can see, didn't have a lot of room. So let's just say it ran aground. Oh yeah, let's go in. The interior is fully detailed. So, I should probably, which key is it? Nope, not that one. Ah, there we go. So I'm kind of flying blind here, but hopefully this will give you a better view. And again, I apologize for not doing that sooner. I guess I'm caught up in my own excitement. So, double hatches. I thought we had double hatches. I might have accidentally broken one of them. So this is the control room. As you can see, it's a very small sub. It's maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7, 8 meters in beam. Now, one thing I did screw up is that this submarine is single-hulled. Actual Soviet submarines and modern Russian submarines are double-hulled, whereas American submarines, I think British submarines, remain single-hulled. I don't know what it is for any other navies. Sorry. So we got our periscope. I think it lines up. I've never actually checked. Some ballast controls. Some crappy-looking diving controls. You can see I used cobblestone stairs for chairs because we didn't have anything better back then. I think this is fire control. We got a plotting table. Hatch to the basement. Sorry, lower deck. I'm kind of tired right now. Not exactly the best time to be doing this, but, you know, let's just go with it. So let's head through. We got a hatch to the lower deck. This is officers' quarters, officers' wardroom. Don't ask me how this works. I don't know. It's actually modeled after the one from the Hunt for Red October. We got a galley. Yeah, I'm pretty sure those didn't do that before. Just, I seem to remember that pipe going straight up. So we got a stove. I would have put in a cauldron for a sink, but we didn't actually have them at the time. A chest, another chest. You could place them like that back then. I don't think you can do that anymore. I'll probably redo the galley eventually. Wrong one. Sorry. This is just, I think, random officers' quarters. More officers' quarters. The one here might have been captain's originally. Yeah, that was captain's. These are officers' staterooms. Very, very Spartan accommodations. Here's the bathroom. I know it's on top of the torpedo room. It was a necessary concession to squeezing all this stuff in such a small space. So I think this used to be a shower. Nope, that's a toilet. These are showers. That's a toilet, that's a sink. Like I said, we didn't have things like cauldrons back then. And the forward escape trunk. You can see, this actually kind of works. You can actually use it. It's very difficult, but it is possible. Yeah. So you can see I used wooden doors, so I wouldn't need buttons for these parts, but between actual compartments, they're iron. Let's head down. So, yeah, I know, that's... In fact, I'll just break that down. There we go. This is some of the crew quarters. I think this might be, Chief's NCOs. You can see the curvature of the hull, well, angles of the hull of Minecraft is very pronounced here. Like I said, I think I made this submarine a bit too small. Torpedo room is way too small, or maybe the torpedoes are just too big. Probably the latter. I mean, a Minecraft block is 1 meter by 1 meter, approximately, if I remember correctly. An actual torpedo is, on average, I think between 20 and 30 inches in diameter. I know the American ones are 21. I don't know what Russian ones are. I think it's similar. In metric, it's I think 510 millimeters. So these are way too big. But, you know, I do what I can. So we got some... So yeah, those are new blocks. So I did retrofit these torpedoes with new propulsor things. So we got a couple torpedoes, and I think this is supposed to be like an underwater missile canister. You can see we got 2 new tubes. Yeah, it's only got 2 torpedo tubes, sorry. So let's head back. And nope, I was wrong. This is... Wait, no, I'm in a different compartment. Derp. This is crew quarters. Like I said, very, very, very squished. I made this up a bit too small. And here we got some life support, atmosphere reprocessing, and water stuff. And you can see the missile bin through there. So let's head up back into the... Not sure what the Russian nomenclature for it is. I believe it's called the attack center in an American submarine. It might be the control room, command room, I don't know. So here we got radio and sonar. Actually, I think this is the sonar, and this one here is missile launch control. Something like that. Made it a separate compartment just because I didn't know at the time. I was actually kind of going off U-boat designs that do have this as a separate compartment to some degree. But, most modern submarines do not put that in a separate compartment. So here we got the missile tubes. So you can see, that's not part of the pressure hull in an actual boat. Tubes extend through the pressure hull into the top portion. So I screwed that up. And as you can see, it's very narrow. The tube doors, open them, the lever sticking to the aisle. This is actually modeled after the the missile tube room compartment from The Hunt for Red October in the movie. An actual Typhoon class missile boat is not set up like that, by the way. It has 2 pressure hulls, and the missile tubes are in between, so you can't even get at them. Underneath, I don't think there's no... Okay. So this is the reactor compartment. Reactor control compartment. Reactor compartment's behind there. So we got a pumpkin radiation alarm, some control consoles, more control consoles. This is the aft escape trunk. Figured there's nowhere else to put it. And again, this one's also usable. So this gives you an idea of where in the boat we are. So yes, I did a lot of squeezing at the expense of realism and practicality. that's actually the back end of the missile bin. So let's head into the reactor compartment. So we have 2 exposed reactors, random workbench for maintenance. That sound effect was actually probably the most well-placed accidental sound effect I've ever heard. So hold that thought on the reactors for a moment. In here we got batteries, and I think this is supposed to be water, and a pump or something. Don't think about it too much. And that one's a lever. I originally used levers before I replaced everything with push buttons. So we got 2 reactors, return pumps, 2 steam generators. I don't think even the Russians are crazy enough to actually have the reactor cores exposed. I believe they have bulkheads and shielding. But I mean, room, right? There's like 3 blocks there. So I wanted to put in at least curtain bulkheads, but I didn't have the space. So I don't think there's any way through. Let's head into the after compartment. This is the aftermost compartment, right in the sort of end cone. Now, in American submarines, this part, the end cone, is actually used for ballast tanks. I believe it's similar for Russian submarines. It's not even part of the pressure hull. But again, I had to squeeze everything in, and yeah, there are no ballast tanks anywhere on this boat. Do not think about that too much. So anyway, we got the main turbine, which is driven by steam from both reactors through that pipe there. Some turbo generators, condensers, just pretend that's legit. Pumpkin radiation alarm again. And behind that is... yeah. Behind that is, of course, the screw propeller. And yeah, I know, tail cone isn't the proper word. Don't bother. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Let's head back out for one more exterior shot. And that'll give me time to think about anything I might have forgotten to say. So yeah, Minecraft Submarine, loosely based on old-style Soviet missile boats, and I might be building another one. I recently got addicted to Star Trek Online, and I don't really play Minecraft that much anymore, and I've got some other projects going in Minecraft and in real life, but I might get around to building a better one, and I do have some other projects on the way to show you. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time.